live? I hope we are. Yes, it looks like it. And hello, Arno. How are you doing today? So it looks like he was getting ready to do that. Okay. Are we going to switch over to my content anytime soon here? Yeah, it looks like maybe now. Yes, World Ablaze mod. There we go. So we should be going right here. Hey, Harry. Good to have you here too. You and Arno. Very good to have both you guys here. Let's get a little ready before starting to record an episode. Denmark is still alive, yes. But not for long, we hope. Hey, Toyjet. Good to have you here too. Toyjet is displeased? Why is he displeased? What upsets Toyjet? I'm gonna send them right to there. They can attack there. Oh, because Denmark is still alive. Ah, yes. Toyjet and his weird Scandinavian fantasies, I guess. I don't know how you would call them. Let's see if we can take Budapest. Okay. They also run that way fast. Okay, well, in our vanilla game just the other day, oh, there are 2 submarines down. Italy did really well, unlike here. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna wait and talk about that in a moment. Oh, wait a minute, this is not the version I should be playing. Oh, bloody. Okay, road. Okay, ooh, okay, that's maybe it. Let's see if that works. That's maybe the version. Uncharted tweaked things and gave me a save back, and I think this is it. I just think I did the wrong one there. Yeah, there we go. That's looking good. Let's look at research here. Yes, yes, this is what he saved for us. And for, oh yeah, no, I'm having a lot of them. But I don't know if it's good or bad that I can't blame it on age, because I did it, these kind of things, long before I was old and decrepit. Okay, so we have things well researched to there. Yeah. Do a computing machine since it's 1940. Greece is still being a gamer and beating back the Italians. Yeah, they are. This is part of the wackiness that we're seeing with this mod. Where are you going? You're going all the way down to there. No, you need to come this way. And the top 3 divisions need to come this way. This way. Now, over to there. Where are you guys going? You need to come to here. To here. Gamer BC. Not a good thing. There we go. That's better. Speaking of, does the AI miners even ask for licensed production, or do they just keep inferior? I have yet to see them ask for licensed production. That I can remember, at least. Okay, so yes. No. Come down that way, I think, would be the better plan. See if they can race into Budapest this way. Alright, Toy Jet, see you in a bit. Hey, Uncharted, thank you so much for saving this series. Thanks for the work doing that. Okay, we need to come down in here. I really do appreciate the work a lot. Okay, you guys come this way. Okay, let's set up an invasion there. Oh, that's... Oh, I keep forgetting it. I can't plan an invasion through here or something. I don't understand why. Okay, come down here. Maybe you can do it from there. Guess we don't control the narrows well enough. That's it. So Brad, we'll just wait down there. I keep forgetting that. You can't even plan. That seems really odd that I can't plan an invasion. I could understand not doing it, but no, I'll not you to come that way. A country is in the same faction as a major or a puppet, then they can swap generic trees. Major. Good. Hey, Brett. Good to have you here. Okay, well, we'll be starting an episode here just in a moment. Okay, so these guys are stuck here and stuck here. Well, let's grab 4 of them here, here to here. It's just not drawing the invasion lines for some reason. What's going on? I don't get this. Oh, because we don't control this? Oh, God. Okay, okay, well, there we go. Oh, I want these 4 divisions here. Why aren't they part of the plan? There we go. 4 divisions. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of cool things with Uncharted's World of Blaze. Some of my problems, quite honestly, is just I'm not used to the way some of the stuff's done. It's not that it's done badly, it's just I'm not familiar with it. And when you're not familiar and you're used to doing things other ways. Okay, where are you guys all going? You're all going out there, okay. Select all, okay. We're gonna send you guys over to here. Major has to start researching from scratch, but keeps all the stuff previously researched. This includes air, navy, tank, infantry. Very good. Okay. They're going to come down to here. They're going to go to there, and they're going to go over there as well. Okay. Hopefully we can save everybody from the menace of Yugoslavia. No, you know, not Yugoslavia, Hungary. Okay. Now, how are we doing here? Okay. We're gonna let this stuff go. Let's look at equipment. Okay, we could use more and more. No, maybe heavy artillery. But yeah, we're building some of that. Okay. Okay. Now for national focus, Reich Arbeitsdienst. Research speed down, but resource gain efficiency. Construction speed. Okay, that looks good. Because this is the change tree, I believe, here. Just looking through. They are pretty icons, that's for sure. Okay, let's grab this one up. There we go. Hope always plays way for. Hey Alejandro. Well, yeah, let's see, manage subjects. Or no, occupied territories, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see, we're mostly doing civilian oversight here. We don't have a lot of need. Well, let's see. Change garrison division template for all occupied states in Belgium. Okay, currently they are garrison brigades. Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't crash too. So far it seems to be going reasonably well. Okay, I think I've done enough here. We're gonna start an episode here. Just they get more views later on than this really long Let's Play that YouTube doesn't show to anybody else. All right. Yeah. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of World Ablaze, the mod for Hearts of Iron 4. So far, it is mostly good. I almost said very good. Just sort of the end. It may be because of different versions, and it may be because delays. We did have this little hiccup of Yugoslavia deciding to go to war with Romania, or Romania going to war with Yugoslavia, or whatever. So that sort of made a bit of a hiccup on things, but it's doing pretty well. I'm liking it a lot. But I've noticed something here that, and I think I know why. These videos aren't getting a lot of views. World Ablaze. And I think it's because, and I've talked to Uncharted, he's watching this now, and so I'm sort of talking to him as well as but to all of you. And it's not a well-known mod, so it's not getting a lot of views on the channel, where I would easily be getting double the views, I believe, if I was playing a BICE game or something like that, Black Ice. So what I would really love, all the viewers who really want to see this continue, share the video with somebody, tell somebody about it, because yeah, it's my response. How good a video is all up to me, but YouTube doesn't just magically ever suggest videos to people unless the video gets views, the video gets likes, gets comments down below. So if you comment below on each of the videos in the series, it's going to tell YouTube that it's worth people engaging with it. On other platforms, social media, other forums, if you link to some of the videos, it really, really will help the viewers. And with YouTube seeing, hey, there's a lot of people interested in this, then they will start recommending it to other people. You prefer black ice. I can understand that, Alejandro. It just black ice have been having some problems for me. IKB talked to Colonial Rebel, who I was hosting just before starting this, that there are serious problems with black ice and invading the Soviet Union. As of a few weeks ago, I haven't been on top of it very recently, still existed in black ice, and they've reduced down the trading range so the Romanian oil cannot be traded with Germany. I mean, you know, when you do things like that, it really goes, And we did see with France a reasonably good defense. And this is one thing that Black Ice really hasn't done that Uncharted has done with this, is worked on the AI's combat capabilities. Oh, you meant you would like more World of Blaze. Well, very good. And so, and I want to get to the Soviet Union. I don't know if we're getting in there today. Probably not this episode for sure, but today's live stream. We might get to the invasion of the Soviet Union. So we're going to see how good the AI is doing. We always try New World Order. Germany wins World War II. Yeah, we might try that if we can't bump up the views on this, because I really just can't keep pushing a video that isn't getting views. I'll do what I can, try to make good videos, try to do good descriptions, try to make good thumbnails that people will click on. I've been putting it out on a few other sources. Combat width, 30 combat width for the win. That's very true. So so let's continue this. We're pushing in here. So that's just sort of my little motivational talk to people. If you guys want to see more, and I want to play this. Okay, you guys go there. You guys march around this way. No, they're not. Okay, they're not at war, so you're not allowing them to come through there. Okay, well that I understand. You come this way then. Hey, thanks for following. Really do appreciate it. Let's get that up there. Hello, a bunch of numbers. How you doing? Okay, so how many days until we get this 4 division invasion off the ground? Okay, so 55 days. Wow, I don't know if Albania will last 55 days. I'm doing great. Okay, Alejandro. Okay, panzers are pushing in. Okay, these divisions here. Come to there, see if you can make it through the British blockade. See if we can get Rommel's. Okay, we have more military factories. We're sort of running out of resources to some degree. Yeah, let's go with some heavy artillery. Additional heavy artillery. that's why we are building more synthetics plants. And we've maxed out Vichy. Siam, in my opinion, is too far away to trade. Not worth trading with Italy. That is part of our problem. Hey Yagashira, how you doing? Yes, I do remember you were from Rostock. We won't be visiting your city today, but sometime we'll get there. If in wartime my city is not being visited, that's a good sign. Yeah. Well, it's just more of a not yet. We'll get there. We'll visit your city. Don't worry. Looks like these guys might make it and make it here before things get too bad. Attack into Budapest. Yeah, you guys push there as well. Recently I've uploaded a mod that makes everything hard for the player. Integrated expert AI mod and added a bunch of other changes. Can't write his name. I can write his name if you want. I would be really appreciative if you look at my mod and you give me feedback. Okay, writing in the mod page, I have created a section for feedbacks, if you can tell. Okay, if you want to put a link to the mod to the workshop, that would be fine. Hey, Beam Salam, how you doing? Or Beam Slam, sorry, Beam Slam. Yeah, I remember. Notice this game was updated almost daily, or more so than BICE. Yeah, Uncharted, who is around here right now, is working on it. Okay. Oh, well, we took out Hungary. So it is done. Hungary, that is. I guess we want to take that down. I don't know whether we want to keep Hungary or release it as a puppet. Ultra hard. Okay. Cool. Thanks, 66, and a bunch of other numbers there. We are killing some. I think these are Dutch. Yeah, I presume those are Dutch submarines. We got a lot out here in the Med. Hello, the dirtiest steak. I think that's how you would say that. Yes, they are Dutch subs. Very good, Arno. I was expecting confirmation or a denial one way or the other. Okay, so now we taking that out. This is going actually fairly nice that its second Vienna award is bypassed because Hungary no longer exists. Yeah, we should pick up Let's select all, put them here, and come down here so that they can plunge into Greece and save from there. Trying to get Napoleon Moscow achievement. So when I see London, British move their capital to Cairo. Okay. Because I mostly play with mods, I don't go for the achievements. Oh, I believe you. Denmark surrenders. Becomes controlled Nordics. Man, the iron price. Okay, Denmark has realized its untenable situation and has offered to surrender their country to us. This is an excellent opportunity to claim we are only protecting Denmark against Allied aggression. Okay, so we'll get some of the territory lost at the end of World War One. Oh, we don't pause. And becomes a puppet of the German Reich. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, now we can come here. Let's grab the first 4 divisions. I presume we can now. And there we go. Now we can set an invasion. 2 divisions for me are the best. For Barbarossa. Northern Schleswig, yes. We can see here, okay. You can see here that this is German territory, where this is German territory? Well, wait a minute. State owner. Oh, Reichskommissariat is state owner there. And Reichskommissariat, where here is German Reich, right? And that is historically what happened. Better chance of a successful invasion. Turns to the Reich, yes. Invade Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, I don't know. I want to plunge in deep for Oslo very quickly. It may not be the best choice, but that's what I want to try. We've been taking out some Danish shipping there. Okay, since Denmark has surrendered, I want to talk about conditions, and Uncharted brought this up and was asking my opinion about France surrendering during World War II and the conditions. And so this is going to be a bit of a talk. You can jump ahead if you just want to see gameplay footage, those that are watching later. Paratroopers, we only have 1 unit of paratroopers, so they're not all that useful at the moment. Probably die very quickly. Good for limited things like going into an island, you know, Cyprus or something, but okay. France, 1940. What conditions should be set for French surrender to be within the historical realities of the time? I want to say it that way because obviously we know what happened historically, but what if things were changed a little bit? You know, what goes on? You know, I look at a lot of things, and I've talked to Uncharted enough that he, hey OCB, good to have you here. That he wants a rather historical gameplay experience. So that's what what I'm talking about here is, and whether for game design or just looking at realistic alt history, not, hey, what if France goes communist or some other extreme thing. Now this is France as France in 1940. Okay. And unlike just about every war game that I know, Lorraine Francis probably goes to Germany. Yeah, they did grab up some territory there where this is, well, I guess we're actually, where we've got cores on here. Well, not there, but there we've got cores. Oh, wait a minute, that is the German. It should be. I don't know. Okay, but France was a divided nation in 1939, 1940. If you look back into the early 30s, right? I think mostly around in this, and I should always look these things up before I start a talk like this. 34, 35, there's a real conflict between the various fascist movements in France and the communist movement, street battles and that type of thing. I think it's around there, maybe a little earlier. So France is divided between, and there's 4 different monarchist type parties. That none of them have large support, but they have fractional support that are there that divide the nation up. And there are two different Bourbonist factions and the Napoleonic faction, plus fascist elements, plus various sort of democratic type elements, socialist elements, and revolutionary Marxist and other type elements. So France is a fractured nation. And that really does affect things with France. But surrender conditions, like I was starting to say, most war games have the situation in which, whether it's the human or the AI, either one, they battle for Paris. Now, would the French have battled for Paris? Or was it some sort of supreme monument that they couldn't see damaged by war, so that they just has to be an open city? No, they would have fought if the conditions were right. Because we can look at the Franco-Prussian War, in which, and this is going to tie into what I'm talking about, which was a very long siege and was not hugely damaging. I'm not saying, yeah, okay, so if there was a chance to defend Paris, the French army would have fought for it. I don't think onto the scale and determination as something like Stalingrad. You know, that was complete desperate defense. But if you look at a, and I know the guys from World War II in real time, the Indy Idel thing has put out a brief video that shows the German and the French divisions moving day by day. But if you look at it, France commits all of its, and I know I'm jumping around here, but France commits all of its reserves to go into Belgium and the Netherlands a bit into the Netherlands. And that all gets cut off and basically destroyed. Yeah, some get evacuated out through Dunkirk and then get shipped back into France, but those units are destroyed. They're none of those units that evacuate out of France go through Britain and then get sent back into France are going to be capable fighting units. They're done for any campaign. Not all the soldiers are killed, but all their equipment's gone, their unit cohesion's gone. They're no longer an effective fighting force. And I will stand by that. They're done. So all of the forces north, that get cut off are destroyed. And that's basically all the French reserve. Now, there are French units down here, so they continue fighting for a while. Now, if you're going to have the French fight for Paris, then if you take France, my contention is if you take Paris, France collapses. Because they've given it their all. The army has done what it can do. It's fought for Paris, and that collapses. So now, in wargaming terms or whatever, if it's some sort of parachute landing or somehow there's, a few armored divisions that break through and run and get Paris without holding anything else. No, that wouldn't be it. Just some sort of extreme case. But just generally speaking, if you take Paris and you take, the sort of northern bit of France up here, and the French have fought for it, France would collapse. And my evidence for this, and we can look at World War II, and we'll get back to that in a minute, is twice during Napoleon's reign. You have, after the Battle of Leipzig, Napoleon gets out, gets about 70,000 troops, actually does a rather good campaign trying to defend the sort of region here from, I think it was mostly a Russian army coming in. But that gets defeated. They come in. There's not like direct fighting in Paris, but it's, it's in defense of Paris. France collapses. Napoleon gives up. Then, later on you have the 100 Days when he comes back in. Gets back into power for 100 days. He marches his army off to deal with the British and the Prussian, and the sort of the Waterloo campaign, the 4 days there. Gets defeated. As soon as this time it's mainly a British force, at least initially, I think. Right, some other forces show up as well. But he gets in. He's done. Once the British come in and occupy Paris, he runs to, I don't know, La Rochelle or Bordeaux or something out here, surrenders to the British, to the Billy Ruffin, Bellerophon is its official name, the ship. The Navy, the sailors called it the Billy Ruffin. And surrenders to the captain of that, and he's in prison. So there we have, and so the battle for Paris in that case is the Battle of Waterloo, effectively. And during the whole French Revolutionary period, before Napoleon comes to power, none of the quick rundown on a mod, a very realistic an attempt to make a very realistic mod for Hearts of Iron 4. I guess that would be the quick rundown. And are there, the coalition against the French revolutionaries, none of them get near Paris. Twice during Napoleon's reigns, each time it ends it. Then, 1870s, you have the Franco-Prussian War, in which the Prussians, basically, come in and besiege a long siege of Paris. And eventually they take Paris, and France basically surrenders. So this is my evidence for if the French will fight for it, once it's done, France surrenders. Now, why didn't it surrender in 1940? Because they didn't fight for Paris. They made it very clear to everyone, their citizens, the rest of the world, the Germans, whatever, that there is going to be no battle, no fight for Paris. Now, they're looking at, when this happens, well, one, they're deluded. The leadership is deluded. They're down here in Bordeaux, I believe. I'm getting most of this coming from my readings more about Churchill and his attempts to keep the French in the war and dealing with the French High Command. That they, for a while, they give up Paris and evacuate the army down, I don't know, somewhere down here, try to hold along some of these river lines. And they're looking at, hey, yeah, sort of like the idea that we have that had Britain fallen, and obviously Japan only attacks, and then when Japan attacks, that brings America, because they attack America at the same time. So the Far East, India, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa, all of that probably would have kept fighting if you had evacuated the royal family and Churchill and they, fight on. They probably would have kept fighting. You have some vague idea of that within the the French High Command. But they're fractured. They don't know what they're doing. Pétain is trying to keep things together. And so the Germans do press fairly deep into France, which just shows the French, they just don't have the ability to stop it. So that is why taking of Paris doesn't immediately collapse France in 1940, because they declared an open city, because there isn't perceived as a fight for France, because the way it's sort of perceived, as I get it, is that there was a fight for the Low Countries and they lost. You know, the whole Dunkirk thing, that was lost. That wasn't at that time, because the Germans take a pause after that whole thing and get reoriented to then drive south into France. The French at that time are still sort of holding out hope that they're going to be able to reorganize their forces somewhere and hold, with British support, with support from their colonies. But once that is basically defeated, they're, you know, forced down the south of Paris, or south of Paris. Then France falls at that point, or they ask for terms. Okay, if one fight hard for the capital and it falls, I think it would make a big drop in morale to fight on, yes. If they're spirit, yeah. You have to look at sort of the conditions of the situation, but generally, maybe 50 minutes and we'll talk about slings and mammoths. Yes. Oh, so the mod is like, yeah, it's like Black Ice, but maybe a little less complicated. Trying to be a smarter AI. They also, Uncharted has done a lot of work on setting up realistic defenses and attacks for the AI. He's done a lot of that, which Black Ice hasn't. Oh, you're watching the 9.11 Black Ice. Cool. That's a good series. I just unlocked the Focke-Wulf 200 in War Thunder. Very good. You got, what is it? Yeah, nice plane. Very weak though. Be cautious. The FW 200 is a very weak structural airplane. They lost a lot more to landing accidents upon return than they lost to enemy action, I believe, just because they, you know, overstressed it. That was specifically the FW 200 was designed to be a transatlantic airplane, and so they designed it as lightweight as possible to be able to, you know, fly from Germany to the United States. So it's, you know, they did everything to keep it light instead of structurally strong, which you want in a military plane. Yeah, Scourge of the Atlantic. Were I to be offered to fly one of those today commercially, I'll pilot. Yeah, series is good, but boy, you do talk often about religion and stuff. Okay, yeah, sure. You can skip over them. I like to talk about historical commentaries and things, so yes, right. Okay, so we're going to continue this. So that's my evaluation of France and why it would or wouldn't surrender on the loss of Paris. Okay, we're going to come up here because we want to be near the port and push from there. And if we can, Denmark has capitulated. I'm not really worried about this because I'm more problems than. Well, I guess we could build some artillery. That might not take any more rubber. How are we doing for the air war? Okay, so we're doing fairly good there. Down here, okay. You could be attacking in Greece. Yeah, you could be operating over there. That's good. Okay, now we did get another Slot free. November. Yeah, that bomb damage vulnerability. Okay. We're getting our Panzer Force down here to take out Greece. We're moving to the front there. Our naval bombers are striking down here. Good. Trying to keep the British from dominating the situation in the Mediterranean. I don't get why War Thunder puts the... they don't put aircraft in War Thunder in any sort of historical context. Well... No... the America bomb. Okay, they put War Thunder. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, because the research is sort of in historical context. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with War Thunder. It's still but it's still the best, in my opinion. And if I did recently get a copy of Postscriptum, I'm going to play it. I haven't yet. I mean, just in the last week or so. That would be nice oil. Yeah, we'll do the oil now. But still, War Thunder to me is the best tank driving and probably the best aircraft flying game out there. You can tell me I'm wrong and show me something better, and I would happily switch over to it. But and don't tell me World of Tanks, because World of Tanks is much, much worse than whatever War Thunder might be. Yeah, they're not meant to do the historical accuracy thing. I totally realize that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in the motorized infantry division. We're going to take the first 3 panzer divisions and we're going to attack from here down into there to cut them off. We're going to let the other 3 divisions sort of get rested up here. These guys are driving to the front. Don't want to overstress the supply capabilities. Okay. One more division can come into that. Okay, you can push this way to Thessaloniki. Hey Mad Brad, how you doing? And Darren Clark's here, very good. How you doing? Hope you have a good morning as well, or afternoon, or whatever it is. Yeah, War Thunder's still better than the alternative. Yeah, I'm happy to listen to and may agree with anyone's complaints about War Thunder. There's a lot to complain about, trust me, I often do. I found a bug last night and posted it in the Discord forum for War Thunder. Right now, if you have the Panzer 4J Aus J and you fire the machine guns, it also discharges a smoke grenade. Some of the stuff they're working to fix, some of the stuff is just conceptual design flaws that they think are features and not bugs, I guess would be the way to put that. Nice and take control of foreign affairs. Okay. You come this way. See if you can come down into, all the way down into Athens. Yeah, that's exactly it. And, you know, I've played just a little teeny bit of World of Tanks and watched a few videos. World of Tanks isn't terrible. It's just not nearly as good. So in comparison, it's not so great. But, okay, keep coming up. Okay, yeah, I don't want you guys. Let's go so. Guess the way I can put it is if there was only World of Tanks, I'd probably be playing it. Well, it looks like we're not going to save them, and I think we're just going to go with the Panzer Army. Why aren't you guys coming in here? Just rough terrain? Okay, fuel refining, very good. Thanks, Arno. Okay, 65 days oil processing. Yeah, we'll do that early. Gotta keep from losing all of our oil. I know we could start importing more, but I would prefer to also just get ours. It's just what's so beaten up terrain. Okay. Oh, well, the Italians somehow got back to the port. Well, let's cancel that. Let's see if we can go to the port. Oh, no. Yeah, this to there. Yeah. See if you can get in before the... They're actually trying to evacuate out that way. We're sending in reinforcements. I still think Hearts of Iron 4 has such potential, it's just lost potential. Okay, well, I guess I'm afraid that they'll take Tobruk, so I'm going to push around that way to hopefully cut these guys off. No, actually, let's... No. You come there, you come there. From there to there. That would cut them all off. Hey, politics, I guess is how you say that. How you doing today? Okay, you swing up and around that way. Okay, well, we're ashore, and we have a fairly large army ashore. Very good. You march up that way. I guess we'll just you march to there. You march to there. You march here to here. You march here to here. You march here to here. And you attack there. Oh, well, I mean, you have great potential here. You know, Hearts of Iron 3 is a great game. I love it, especially with black ice. I really love it. But you know, making equipment instead of instead of building divisions, you make equipment. You train divisions. That is a significant improvement over Hearts of Iron 3. You have variable resources used, because in Hearts of Iron 3, the resources to make a tank, you know, an armored unit, is the same resources to make a cavalry unit or whatever. Now, it may take more resources or less resources depending on the cost of the unit and the length of time it takes to make them, but it's the same set of resources. Where here, you're basing the resources on what it takes to make those, basically. So it's things like that. And you know, there's just so much stuff like that it has such potential. That's part of the reason I keep playing it, even though I like the other better. But part of the reason is also I know that Hearts of Iron 4 is not going to get any better than it is, because they're not working on it anymore. Okay, we're attacking and... Okay, stop attacking, because we're attacking too weakly. It wasn't coordinated. And they're getting some sort of buffs, I think. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the air conditions. Okay, the British are controlling it. So, you know, you see the fall down of the AI early on. Still not all that great. Yeah, North Africa, our air looks fairly good. So I was thinking about sending more down there, but I don't want to stress out the supply system more than it probably already is, but I think we need the other 3 panzer divisions down there. I think they'll make it through. We did lose one of our subs there. Okay, move 2 of the panzer divisions there so we can attack from 2 directions. Yeah, I like the on-map order of battle with the HQs. I really do like that. But I understand why people don't like it. And I also understand because the AI never did well with the fronts and whatnot, in my opinion, with Hearts of Iron 3. So, you know, the micromanagement, where you don't have that so bad in Black Ice because they've extended the command radius for a lot of stuff. I like the stuff on map, but I can live with the stuff like this off map, you know, here, the command structure. So this is not terrible, but a corps level and then a divisional level commander. I wrote down more years ago now a real quickie sort of if-then type programming, you know, just not programming, but you know what for the AI to figure out for assigning divisional generals, because it does such a fucking poor job in Hearts of Iron 3 assigning generals to divisions, that either you're going to live with a really poor job or you're going to spend a lot of time micromanaging it. And most people don't like micromanaging it. So they got rid of all of that. Instead of fixing the problem, they got rid of the problem. And that's what they've done a lot with Hearts of Iron 4. And so instead of fixing problems, they got rid of the problem. You know, so I don't know beyond that what should be done. You know, I mean, because you could put divisional generals back, you could have corps, army, and army group, and if you want a theater level command, that would be nice. But and if it was done well, people, you know, people don't want it because they've seen it done poorly. You know, you go, you put somebody in a, oh, I don't know, you put somebody in a Model T and you drive them around and go, this is a car. Oh, okay. I don't know if any of you have ever ridden in a Model T. I have a bunch. And you drive around, this is a car. And I go, oh, this sucks. Cars suck. Who would want a car? You know, taking the bus or taking train, so much nicer. So if their only experience is riding in a Model T, but then you put them in a nice modern Mercedes or something, hey, this is great. Riding in a car is wonderful. So when all you've ever had is something bad, and then people, well, do you want it? And I go, no, it was bad. As opposed to, hey, do you want this that works nice, works well? You support that attack. You support that attack. Your province there, it looks like it. Okay. So they're covered up with everything here. And you guys push into there. You support that attack. This is the front system, planning system, the AI bad. No HQs, unrealistic deployment of air wings across hostile or neutral. Yeah, that's ugly map. Yeah, OCB, you and I can do that and find enjoyment in it. A lot of other people just won't. And I get that. And see, notice I've often said fix instead of get rid of. And so there's a lot that could be fixed with it. Yeah, the air zones I could almost live with if and be happy, not because obviously we're living with them, we're playing with them here, and be happy if you stop and you attack there. If they didn't teleport across other air zones, but because they won't, it's a problem. Okay, our reinforcements are almost here. Now let's look at our current panzer divisions. Okay, let's see if we were to add in another thing of medium tanks. What? No, let's cancel this. Let's add a medium tank here. How are we doing in motorized infantry divisions? We could go up in width here. Heavy support artillery. No, maybe not. So maybe keep some of the speed up, I guess. I don't know. Okay, max speed if we add this. Versus, let's see what the heavy support artillery max speed. do to it, if anything. No, we're still okay. Wait up. I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep this. I agree. I'd love to see at least corps commanders, even better, divisional commanders. Building custom units that existed in the Wehrmacht Jaeger divisions and alarm units. I agree with you. Okay, now all of those you're talking about, the custom divisions, can be done now in Hearts of Iron 4. You can make a division template that is unbuildable, that you can't just copy and make more of. So you can build unique divisions, but the one thing you can't do now, or can't do in Hearts of Iron 4, and I don't think you could ever do it, is transfer a battalion, brigade, whatever, from one division to another. So like if you have a veteran unit, you can't attach it to a green unit. That's the one thing you can't do. But you can spec out and have a unique historical divisions if you want to mod that in. And you take a modder to do it. And then, hello, Führer, I guess. Hello. Enjoyed it yesterday. I jumped off the 9th floor apartment building. He crashed through the roof of a supermarket and landed right in the middle of the cheese section. Okay. I don't know quite where that came from, but yeah. Division would be a pain a lot for players coding the AI. Would be helpful. No, politics. I think it's pretty damn easy to do it. Just use a nice flags. You know, have a flag for. Yeah, what you do is here, and I'll explain how it would work. What I would do is each of these sort of main types of units here would have a flag, and then you would have flag priorities. Like a panzer unit would have greater priority than a motorized flag. Paratrooper unit would have higher priority flags and whatnot. So then you go, hey, list of divisional generals. We have a paratrooper division. Do we have somebody with a paratrooper flag? Yes, no. Sign them, yes. If not, put a different. And it wouldn't be that hard to do, I don't think. I'm not an AI programmer, but I can draw all the if-then statements out on a piece of paper to have it work. And I presume an AI programmer could program the if-then. If I can do the if-then statements, an AI programmer could achieve it. But that's just me. I'm doing well. Yeah, what did you say, Arno? I said cheese it. Okay. You keep the pressure up. Okay, well, we've taken Athens, so let's put you there. Okay, no, you haven't made it to shore yet, have you? Come on, get ashore. There we go. Now get reorganized, get ready, and then we'll attack. Ooh, there's 8 divisions, so let's move these 3 here. Maybe we'll, instead of the original plan, we'll see if we can cut off those divisions. Move to there. Okay, you just sort of walk up there and walk back down there. Okay, you guys stop going that. You come this way. You guys come this way. You come this way. You head this way now. No, you can turn. You can head that way instead. Okay, may I ask what you do for a living? Not a whole lot right now. I'm focusing on YouTubing. Yeah, you sure? I've done many different things I'm not going to go into in my life. Yeah, there's always going to be areas that somebody, because it's such a big thing, you know, a global war simulator, you know, of a global war. There's always going to be a lot of stuff going on, and there's always going to be stuff that people won't like micromanaging, even if they like some of it, some of the what you would call micromanage. And something like trade, I could be happy with turning that over to a smart AI to do, if I felt confident that the AI was smart enough to handle it. Which I don't understand why Greece hasn't collapsed yet, with us taking Athens and all of that up north. Yeah, I know they still have Peloponnese out here, at least some of the Peloponnese. $5,000 subs quickly. Well, I'm heading that way. I really do appreciate everyone who subs to the channel. You don't know how much I value all you viewers there. Yeah, I'm asking because history would be the thing I'd like to have studied too, but didn't because I considered my job chances. Yeah, no, I'm not a teacher or anything like that. I guess I'm not left-wing enough to be a teacher. You know, I actually think communism is bad. I actually, you know, because I've talked to, you know, various viewers over the years doing this, and, you know, one of them, who seemed like a, you know, he was a kid in the sense that, you know, a late teens, early 20s. I don't mean, you know, younger than that, but you know, well, of course, communism ideally would be best if it could be achieved, or something like that. You know, as the premise that we were talking about, that if you could achieve communism, you know, real, actual, you know, idealistic communism, it would be the best thing. And God, no, I think that would be horrid, even without having to kill millions of people. I think communism as a concept is horrid. I don't want equality of outcome for people. Now, that doesn't mean I want people to starve. You know, it isn't a binary choice. It isn't a either you're, you know, you want to make sure people have the basic needs met, means that you think that everything should be equal for everybody. I don't want things equal. Gamer is history. I'm not quite that old. Yeah, I know my fuel isn't looking good. Let's see if we can get some more from the Soviet Union. And maybe even more. Communism is based on the assumption that individuals don't have free will. Capitalism based on the assumption that people aren't selfish and greedy. Both ideologies are wrong in their assumptions. Okay, well, to understand Adam Smith, you have The Wealth of Nations, which he puts out capitalism, and Moral Sentiments is the book that goes along with it, which he puts out his moral philosophy that he thinks both are needed. Capitalism is like in sort of modern sense for all you modern kids out there who might not understand. Capitalism is like a blockchain type thing, like Bitcoin, or like a torrent, in which it's the decisions are distributed out there, not a single central processing unit that's commanding all the command economies. It's everybody's out there making their own choices. But a capitalist society is practiced since its inception has been very cruel for most. No, I would say the opposite, Darren Clark. Capitalism has lifted so many people out of poverty. It's incredible. Capitalism has brought prosperity to so many people that did not have it before. So you've been filled with anti-capitalist propaganda if you don't understand. Yeah, see, yes, Yarga, sure. I want my gun collection to be better than your gun collection. You know, now that doesn't mean I want you to be going hungry at night. I don't want that at all. Now, I don't like caviar, but if somebody likes caviar or something super expensive like that, and they can afford it and I can't, you know, even if I like it, oh well, you know, okay, we don't get all the luxuries in the world. You know, we all don't get a private jet. Okay, we have just one more. Okay, I'm just going to throw on another submarine. So I don't want equality of outcome. I don't want that. I don't mind if you have more than I do. Is equity in the decision making basically democracy everywhere? No, that isn't communism, not at all. I don't, okay, nothing, I don't believe in anything pure. And people are involved, so things get effed up. I mean, that's just with everything. So if you go, oh, well, this was bad under capitalism. Yeah, but it's 10 times better than it would be under any other system. So if you're comparing capitalism to a some unrealistic ideal, yeah, you'll find flaws in it, but but if you compare it to everything else, it's always better. Well, goodbye, Fuhrer. I don't have a private jet. Yeah, you know, and I don't mind. Oh, they've even been pushed out of here. I don't mind that some people have private jets. That's fine with me. If somebody has a private jet, I don't care. Well, of course you do, Arno. You're Dutch. I thought all Dutch people had. You know, that was just a presumption I had that all Dutch people have private jets. So yeah, I'm not suitable for the modern day academic world. Okay, what is this holy hell that I can't? Well, we're defending okay, let's stop attacking there. Let's move another division down there. Let's send a division down here to make sure we're not flanked. You come back there to help hold that. Yeah, that's human nature. So if you're talking about the corruption in capitalism, you're just talking about human nature, not about how good or bad that particular system is. That's my evaluation of it. So whenever somebody, whether in academic circles or somebody else, talks about, well, this corrupt thing and this corrupt blah, 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 and often they talk about, you see, when a leftist talks about capitalism, they're often not talking about capitalism. They're talking about people with capital. See, if you talk about capitalism and you're a socialist, which also includes communists and all these other philosophies to the Marxist ideal, they often go throw in mercantilism, what we might call state capitalism, other sorts of. The capitalist isn't somebody who believes in market economics, is meaning he has capital, he has a factory, he has land, he has money, he has a machine that does something, you know, could be cleaning out the drains, you know, in a house or an apartment or whatever. He has capital. That is a capitalist to a socialist, is somebody who has capital. But when we're talking really about capitalists and capitalism, is free market capitalism. And to have, and that term free is an essential element there. So if you have a monopoly situation, whether the monopoly is run by the government or whether the monopoly is like a railroad monopoly like we had in the latter part of the 19th century here in America, or something like that, where you have a monopoly, you no longer have what? A free market. So if you want to go, oh, well, the robber barons of the 18th century were controlling the railroads in these parts, and yeah, that's no longer a free market. That part of the economy was no longer capitalistic or free market capitalism. It was now became a monopoly. That's, I guess, monopolyism or whatever. And yeah, they were capitalists in the sense that they owned all the capital. But that is not what capitalism is, and that is what is often attacked by the left. Is not free market capitalism. They're attacking some corporate owning of a major section of the economy. That kind of thing. That's where you where people mistake criticisms of capitalism, is when they're looking at non-capitalistic, non-free market capitalism. Well, I would say the U.S. is one of the best countries in the world, if not the best country, is that it is the least bad country, so the least corrupt. Not that it's not corrupt, it's just less than just about everybody else. And definitely the U.S. is the least corrupt of a major power type situation. You know, because we can look at, oh, Iceland is less corrupt or something. Well, okay, 1 year living in Iceland, so it's already half the way down on is it as good as America because it's freaking Iceland. I just mean up there in ice and cold. But you know, scales of situation for something the size of the U.S. or even, you know, marginally, you know, yeah, Russia, you know, or China or India or whatever. Yeah, America is the least corrupt Yeah, correct. Yeah, Alejandro. I have not been there, of course, but yeah, no, it's corrupt. And so, if you're talking about the scale of potential corruption and the scale of the economy and the government, America is the least corrupt. Like again, you look at, oh, Luxembourg's less corrupt. Well, maybe, but it's freaking Luxembourg. It's a little thing, and we can all, you can literally, a person in Luxembourg can literally go meet every other Luxembourger, and maybe even remember all their names. I mean, it's that small of a world that it's possible. So you can, so that the leader, whether it's a president or prime minister, I don't know, or whatever of Luxembourg, but he can literally go meet. It might. I mean, I'm also going to say it might not take years, but he can literally go meet every single one of his citizens and go talk to them. So, that is, just the way it goes. Well, very good, Darren. And so, yeah, because I firmly believe, and my evidence is my experience with it, is that the modern academic left is trying to tear down America. That's their goal. But there's also idealists out there that compare whatever's going on in America or historically or something against the perfect, against the ideal. And you go, oh, this could be better. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could be better. But if you go, but when you talk about how good or bad things are in the U.S. or how good or bad can they be done? You have to go compared to what? What does it better? I keep hearing conservatives in America, because there are a lot of them are free market types. The government does everything terrible compared to private industry. Things should be privatized. Because if you put in government, say, running the airlines, like if you were to nationalize the airlines, they'll be crappy. And I would agree, they would be crappy. But the government does everything worse than privatized, except for the Army. They do the Army the best. The government does the Army the best. How do they know? Have they experienced and examined mercenary armies in the modern world? Maybe they would get the war done with half the casualties at half the cost. So, government is just... It is a bad thing, but it's a necessary thing. It's like doctors. I don't ever want to go see another doctor or dentist. I don't ever want to go to the dentist ever again in my life. And you're lying to me if you tell me that, unless you have some weird kinky fantasy, you don't ever really want to go to the doctor or the dentist ever again in your life. Okay? You don't want to do that. But you need to do that. And you're very grateful for the doctor or the dentist who fixes your problems. So you're very grateful that they exist, and they may be very nice people, and they make the visit nice as it can be. So the doctor or the dentist, you appreciate him or her. I mean, I use him often, but I don't mean it to be gender whatever. And so, but you have to take it that way. And that's the truth of it. So doctors, you don't want to meet. It's like policemen, you don't want the police to be here unless you need them. When you see, and I don't care the race of your skin in America, when you see a police car behind you, you get nervous. Now, maybe black people get more nervous because of either their experience or experience of people close to them. I'm not going to judge their experience because I've not had their experience with the police. But yeah, I get nervous when a police car is behind me. Now, I may be just more worried about a ticket. But boy, if there's a drunk driver out there, I want him to go get arrested by the police. And police have been turned into revenuers in many areas that they have quotas to do, and so. And that is part of the corruption of the system, in that mostly its cities generate a significant part of their revenue from fines and other, things assessed like that. Greece has finally capitulated. Very good. Looks like there's an Aegean island thingy here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, I'm finding this rather unhistorical. I don't know about you, and I know sometimes it can seem very much like a club I'm beating Uncharted with. But when I've got, what, 6 panzer divisions and a motorized division down here, and I'm seeing now, I guess these are strong divisions, all these British divisions down here, it seems like a bit overkill. Not that they need to do the historical matchups, but when it's this strong, it seems a bit much. Okay, well, we're going to end this episode, not the live stream, but the episode. I want to thank everyone watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, of course, you made it this far, you better be subscribing to the channel. And if you want to, you know, come and hang out some Saturday or whatnot, please do with us. And, of course, I want your comments on all the topics that we have been talking about or playing with the game. See you next time for more, yes, more Hearts of Iron. Okay, I'm going to save this. We're going to continue here. Let me just save this. Madero ruined our country despite us holding the biggest oil reserves in the world. Yeah, Madero, Hugo Chavez. Oh, God. That's just a tragedy because Venezuela was... Prior to that, my understanding was one of sort of the middle-class success stories in Latin America without a lot of military dictatorships, where you see that, you know, in Argentina and Brazil and Chile, you know, yay for, you know, it was recently, you know, a day or so ago, you know, Pinochet's, you know, coup against Allende, you know, the U.S., the CIA did bad things. I'm going to these people going, no, hey, Allende or Pinochet is way better than Che Guevara, and he saved, you know, he stopped the spread of communism. You can talk about all the bad things he did, but compared to Castro or Madero, Pinochet's better. And yeah, you know, it's you know, not the choice between, hey, something wonderful and good versus something bad. It's which is the least bad thing. Oh, no, it's not. No, Darren, I'm glad that Alejandro's backing me up on it. Oh, no, the U.S. sanctions. Slightly corrupt U.S. than something like Madero. Yeah, no, it's... You know, and I was sort of debating with one guy online about some of the stuff. Yeah, but all the Latin America, you know, all the U.S. intervention in there has upset the Latin Americans towards the U.S. And I go, yes, I know. Fuck them if that's what they think. Because, and I mean this, and fuck the Latin Americans if they're upset with U.S. meddling in their countries. If it wasn't for the U.S., European and other powers would be taking big chunks out of Latin America. It was only the U.S. being distracted with its civil war that allowed the French and the British, so the British withdrew very quickly, to invade Mexico and put in Maximilian, who I don't dislike Maximilian. He was trying his best, but, you know, foreign intervention in there. The U.S., yes, interferes with Latin American politics. I think, generally for the good. Yes, they make mistakes, because they're humans. Humans make mistakes. Completely agree with that. And things don't always go best, and often it's maybe what the people that are doing it, it's the least bad option they see. And so America really does, for the power imbalance between the United States and the rest of Latin America, is a very light touch. Even when we're overthrowing their countries once in a while. Even, look at Panama. Look at Panama. Panama was a freaking backwater of Colombia. There was literally no way to get from the main part of Colombia to Panama via the land, unless you were some jungle explorer type. There was no roads, nothing. You had to take a boat from Colombia to anywhere what becomes Panama. And so when America shows up and says, hey, Panamanians, do you want to, people of the Panama Isthmus, do you want to be your own country? They go, yay! Oh, and by the way, we'll make you rich from having a canal. Yay! They all, and so yes, America comes in and slice off this bit of Colombia. Absolutely. But it's very popular. And of course, all we want is the canal. No, they should never have given the canal back. That was stupid of Carter. But, and so, yay. And yes, the U.S. has continually sort of guided Panamanian government. But when it got really off the rails with Noriega, they go in and they deal with Noriega, and then they've left. So our oversight, shall we say, of Panama, which continues because this is a critical situation, even though it's now back in Panamanian hands. We're not going to let China or somebody else buy the canal or get investments in here. America still is an oversight. We still have some basing here to protect it. There's reasons for it. And it's a very light touch, and which we could have easily just taken it and annexed it and had it, whether like Puerto Rico, which wouldn't have been a bad solution, or make it another, proper state or something like that. It's been a very light touch. And yeah, so the United States created Panama. Even it probably would have done it even if the local people didn't like it, but they liked it. It's a very light touch. I think it's a very good thing for everybody in the world that we've done that and how we've done that. As far as capital billions in bank account. Yeah, no, Darren Clark, trust me, and so, yeah, and the world isn't a choice between no U.S. involvement and everything is sort of lovely, nice, and good, and U.S. involvement. No, there are evil actors out there in the world. And then there are just other, maybe not evil, but selfish actors out there in the world that are going to achieve their own things. And so the U.S., with the Monroe Doctrine, basically said to the European powers, so those are the only ones at the time that could do it, China, Japan, whatnot, had no ability at the time, said no more colonial expansion into any place else. They did, the U.S. did sort of eventually want to push Spain out of Cuba, but okay, Britain, you've got Jamaica in a few places, this is still no, not Suriname. French Guyana is still part of France. There's still colonies to this day, direct direct colonies. This is still directly owned by France. It's not some puppet state or whatever. That's directly owned by France still to this day, but no new stuff. And so you can criticize America because it does make mistakes, and I understand that anybody in any one country, whether it's Venezuela or Colombia or Nicaragua or El Salvador or whatever, might not like the U.S. sticking their nose in and guns and bombs and whatever else, because that's what I'm talking about, not just a few diplomats trying to, advise on something. I'm talking, blunt force at times. You might not like it, and I agree, and it could, kill innocent civilians. But yeah, it's really kept the peace a lot more. You rarely see countries, invading for territorial changes. There was a little bit around here, whether Bolivia gets to go to the sea or not, But it's largely kept the peace here. They know that. So yeah, fuck them if they're not happy with our oversight. It's still going to be a lot better than anybody else. Yeah, I understand. And I've had this conversation with Frenchmen. It's part of, but it's still a colony. It's not because, and I've had, Canada is no longer a colony, because I called it a colony in one of the videos. Canada is no longer a colony during World War II actually part of this was out here, but no longer a colony of Britain. Yeah, but no. Because it's colonized by British people, okay? That's what I'm talking about. The Americas are a colony of Britain in a sense. So, but this is still direct. This is not independent. It's part of France in France's sort of way that this is still part of, metropolitan France. But this is also part of metropolitan France. But the people kicked the French out. It was a colony. So it's just sort of, that kind of. My academic advisor in college was a retired Shell oil man whose job it was Venezuela before retiring and teaching history at the Citadel. He was friends with Castro, etc. Interesting man. Okay, very interesting, being friends with Castro. Or was he just an acquaintance of Castro? Because, hey, when you say he was friends with Castro, you're just telling me, Darren, that's like going, hey, this guy, his best buddy was Adolf Hitler. He used to go over and hang out with Hitler. He and Hitler would watch the trains go out to Auschwitz and wave at the Jews go by. That's what you're telling me when you say somebody's a friends with Castro. If he was a fucking friend of Castro, that guy is a fucking bastard. So you can tell him tell him I think he's a fucking bastard if he was friends with Castro. Now, if you were sort of like way back in the early days that Hemingway was friends with Castro because he thought Castro was sort of a cool revolutionary before Castro showed all of his dark side. Then, it's sort of like, before that. But once Castro shows his backside. Now, if you just met Castro and dealt with him a bit, that's okay. But if he was a fucking friend of Castro, he's like being a friend of Mao and being a friend of Stalin, yes, and friend of Hitler. Just wave to the people in the gulags as you drive by. Wave to the people going to the camps to be exterminated as they go by. That's sort of what you're telling me when you're saying a friend. Not what I meant. He was friends with Castro when Castro was... okay, yeah. Yeah, if in the early days, before Castro comes to power, when Castro is still sort of flirting with the U.S. and not yet gone full Soviet Marxist, I understand that. That is a different world. But if you stayed friends with him after he gets into power and really shows his true colors, that ain't good. That ain't good at all, because he ain't a good person. Big problem with U.S. foreign policy since World War II is that they see all their enemies as their allies almost always comes back in a bad way. Don't quite get that, Beam Slam. He's kind of bitten us a lot. I don't know about the rest of South America, maybe a lot of Latin American countries. The one that is most stable is probably Brazil. Yeah, Brazil is doing pretty good now. In the past, maybe not so much. Yeah, I would say it's doing pretty good. Well, I understand Argentina's being moderately stable now. Chile's fairly good now. So yeah, I don't, Oh, I know I'm not recording an episode. This is just sort of hanging out here for the moment with you guys. U.S. politicians and U.S. diplomats, which are two different things. Diplomats are people that work, in the embassies and all that stuff. Politicians are people who are elected. In the U.S., there's this belief in process. That if you have a process and you put it into place, and it's a good process, it will work good. That, to me, is a bunch of... that's just wrong. So the U.S. is fixated on process. Go back to Pinochet and Allende. The U.S. overthrows the democratically elected Allende's socialist government. Fuck! Hitler was democratically elected. In a way, not quite free and fair. I don't know how free and fair the elections that put Allende in power. So, oh yeah, we have to respect Hitler because he was democratically elected. The people voted to make him a dictator. So we have to respect that. Fuck that. That's what the U.S. diplomats often do in this post-World War II world. They look and go, what is the form of government? Well, we've invaded Iraq. Well, we need to hold free and fair elections. Partially that some of our people believe that if we just give the world free and fair elections, they're going to make good, rational choices that are going to be, if not pro-U.S., because they may not want U.S. troops in here and not really be pro-U.S., but will be reasonably sensible government. Because, hey, we think we're a reasonably sensible government, and we're freely and fairly elected. So they'll do that too. That's not the way the rest of the world works or thinks. So instead of the U.S. coming into Iraq and going, who wants to be America's friends? Oh, you guys, okay. You think you could win a fair election? Hell no. Okay, we'll make you the dictator. And if you do a good job, we'll keep supporting you. If the country starts to revolt too much and you're not doing a good job, we'll kick you out and find you a new dictator for Iraq. That's the thing. Or hey, do we need to bring back the Faisal monarchy for Iraq? Is that a good idea? Find out a system that works. Instead of looking for the process, find allies around the world, whether they be a dictator, because it isn't necessarily a binary choice between a dictator and a good democratically elected system. It may be a choice between a dictator that's friendly to America and a dictator that's against America. Because even if they have a free and fair election, and even if they get a nice, sensible, middle-of-the-road, rational leader, the other side, whoever the other side is, could be the Russians, could be the Soviets, could be the Chinese, could be the Indians, could be whoever it is, could be just a neighboring country. Locally, go in and assassinate the guy because they've got their buddy that's ready to take over the country and assassinate him and install their dictator in there. So it isn't, the U.S. is all hung up on process. And that's what comes back and bites us in our butt. Not that, that we've meddled in their affairs. We go in and we meddle their affairs and we think they have a cultural viewpoint like America. Most of the world does not have the Anglosphere, and by that I mean like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Britain, the Anglosphere ideas of viewing the world. We in the U.S. think they do for some reason, and I have professors through my years, democracies don't 100% work. Yeah. And like Weimar is a good. Nobody believed in Weimar. We get the process of Weimar. Weimar isn't a bad process, as in this constitution. I'm not an expert on it. I know I've looked at some translations in my lifetime. Not an expert on it. It's not a bad idea, but nobody believed in it. The people that wanted the Kaiser back, Hindenburg and crowd. That was the president often, and some of these sects, they want the Kaiser back, so they don't believe in Weimar. The communists, they don't believe in Weimar. The socialists, they don't really believe in Weimar either. And of course, the National Socialists, the other socialists, they don't believe in Weimar. So nobody really at its core, there may be a few sort of vague centrist parties, I'd have to look again, that sort of kind of believe in it, but basically 70+% of the population, now some of these are, on the right and some of them are on the left that are battling each other, they don't believe in Weimar. So the guys in charge of Weimar, the actual, like the president of Weimar, he's often, instead of sitting on the reviewing stand or whatever for the big thing, he's standing like in front of an exit because it's sort of symbolically reserved for the Kaiser coming back. Instead of Hindenburg sitting there being the president. So he's sort of the caretaker president until the Kaiser comes back. Even the guys in charge of Weimar don't believe in Weimar. So however good Weimar is as a process, it ain't going to work. And that's still a European culture compared to a non-European culture. Latin America is basically a European culture translated through their experiences into the colonization period and intermixing with the various, Mexico is, by its very name, it comes from the word mestizo, or mixed. So most of the population is mixed with Indian. So there's a lot of Indian traditions in Mexico along with Spanish ones. Where you go down to places like Argentina and Chile, it's much more Spaniard-centered to my knowledge. So it changes through various experiences, through colonization and pre-colonization and whatnot. But it's essentially European cultures. But you go to Africa, it ain't European cultures. You go to most of Asia, whether that's, Iran or the Arab world or India or, Indochina or China and Japan, that ain't Europe. That ain't European culture. Yeah, you got me a little angry about some of that. Well, see, Hitler gets appointed. I mean, they get the most votes, or the most seats, I should say, in one election, gets appointed. But then there's other elections afterwards, plebiscites, that vote to support Hitler. Now, they're not free and fair elections, but they're elections. So yeah. But here's the thing. We didn't elect you as world police. Large complex societies will never function with integrity. Yeah. I don't know. Did you elect us as world police? Okay, well, let's examine that. That's an interesting topic, OCB. Okay, so, well, I would say every single NATO nation, because outside of Germany, all NATO nations voluntarily joined NATO, I would say. I don't know, was Italy forced into it? I don't know. Germany, of course, was forced, West Germany was forced into NATO. So all the NATO powers elected the U.S. as world police. I would say all of the British Commonwealth, basically, through the British Empire, elected the United States as world policemen when they gave up the job of being world policemen. Okay, Japan didn't get the electoral vote on it because we conquered them. Korea, South Korea, they've elected us as world police. I think even India might be agreeing that they elected us as world policemen. Might. So a lot of the world did elect. Now, at the time that we were elected world's policemen, there was 2 world's policemen at the time, because there was also the Soviet Union. You had to sort of, pick yours or go, third way, or and there were a few countries that did sort of not go either way. A few. That were able to stand up and go no to either side. So, and definitely people like Poland, the Baltic states, they're all cheering for us to be the world's policemen nowadays. So I don't know. I sort of kind of think we were. Now, I don't want us to be the world's policemen, but I don't know of a better choice for world's policemen. Please nominate other than your country, because you can't nominate your own country. You can't say, yeah, we in Luxembourg think we should be it, or something. Who other than your own country? Yeah, I know I'm an American and I'm supporting myself, so I'm not following these rules. But other than your own country, who are you going to elect as world's policeman? Who do you want? Yeah, so yeah, back either the USA or USSR. Yeah, but they made, in my opinion, the USA made fewer mistakes than the opposing side. I mean, government is a necessary evil, like a doctor, like a dentist. I don't want to go to the doctor or the dentist. I would prefer there was no government. But we need a government because there are bad people that will come and steal my things if I don't have a government. And there are large groups of other people that will decide to come into my, hey, this part of Southern California looks nice. We have guns. You people go away if we didn't have government. So, in Europe, Germany? Yeah, Germany's played well. Let's see. Germany's played well in 1914 and 1939 with everybody else. And, oh, go away, Ari. And if you look at Thailand, you're from Thailand? I don't know. But what you're exactly saying. And if you look at Germans' attempts with the EU right now and other things, and you can look at some of the stuff, their worldview is they want a lot more compliance, a lot more uniformity. I'm not buying that a lot of people want the Germans running things, even if they're not Nazis or Kaisers. The German psyche is and I'm presuming there's Germans watching, and I know Fritz is a often watcher, and he's probably not here now, but and so yeah, no, I don't want the Germans running things. I'm sorry. I mean, they can run themselves. I'm not like trying to tell them how to run themselves, but I don't want them running other countries. We have experience in administrating in other countries. Okay. Yeah, I guess sure. I agree, and I changed my vote to Germany. You can't blame Germany for 1914. You already know my no, but you look at the stuff. Germany, yeah, you don't want Germany running your country. I'm sorry. I mean, Germany may want Germany, but nobody else really does. The only other people that I could possibly nominate would be other Anglosphere countries. The Brits did the best job of running an empire, in my opinion, of ever in the history of mankind. Unless you were talking the U.S. empire. This is the U.S. empire. There are 50 nations here under one flag. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, Germany runs the EU. That's why there's so many people wanting out of the EU. Well, we killed 2 subs and lost 6 planes doing so. We have some until they surrendered. So, yeah. Yeah, no, and Germany did not cause the start of World War I, in my opinion. But German behavior once they were in the war, that's the problem. But here's the cool thing. This is your opinion. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm just disagreeing with your opinions. You can have your opinions. And I think mine are right. I'm not saying mine are right as an absolute thing. I'm just my evaluation, And I'm happy that you disagree with me. I don't want everyone here just to go, yes, Gamer's right on everything. No, I don't want that. That'd be boring. That'd be boring. Did have the responsibility for Hitler's? Yeah, no. Hitler's his own responsibility. Now, the responsibility of causing problems in Germany, it was the British Prime Minister, I'm blanking on his name at the moment, he thought that they were either too harsh on Germany or not harsh enough. Either you like be really harsh and you break it up, sort of like they did after World War II, or they should have been a lot less harsh on them. Either way, it was either too harsh or not harsh enough. That I will grant. But Hitler's his own responsibility. We Germans are very experienced at handling large amounts of foreign people. Yeah. See, that's Okay. Rome did a long, did have an empire. I would say the numbers of flat out massacres, and they happened under Britain, most assuredly, but flat out massacres were a lot more and harsher under Rome than, but Rome would probably come in second or third. China is more of an assimilator. They don't do well dealing with non-Han Chinese. There are non-Han Chinese or citizens that are non-Han in China, and into the millions, and they're in communities, like 10 million people, but or 20 million people or something like that. But it's just a drop in the bucket of overall China. China does not do well dealing with non-Chinese as governing situations, where we see Britain doing like a pretty good job running running India and places like that. So, that are very, very different. And that's sort of what I'm looking at is Britain running other places. Hey, thanks. So, yeah. Gotta go in a minute. Okay, Darren, good having you here. Let's see, I want to make one more episode here, so we'll get off this topic, but we can't. You can't cheer, but yeah, it was an attempt. Okay, so we're gonna make another episode here. But I'm gonna go get something. I'll be right back in just a moment. Yeah, teens versus adults. That's why people under the age of 18 or under the age of 21 should not be voting. Yeah, I voted when I was under the age of 21, but I just think 21 should be the age for voting. Only people that want to get elected by tricking people or bribing people with free stuff. I don't mean like giving them money, but hey, whatever. You can't get elected from rational thought. Want to have youngsters vote, meaning leftists. But yeah, no. 21 vote. Agree with you. Yeah, 21. One time I ever used an ambulance was due to being too drunk. We are getting ready to continue the next episode. Me too. How you doing? Nope, not ready for Barbarossa yet. Not at all. We're only December 40. That would be a bad time to go for Barbarossa. Okay, let's make another episode here. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 with my continuing playthrough of the World Ablaze mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that attempts to be historical, attempts, some problems, and attempts to be a smarter AI. It seems to be doing all right with that, considering what it's starting with. So we're going to continue this, but unfortunately, and I think it's mainly because not a lot of people know about this mod, but we're not getting terribly good viewing numbers. So if you guys want to help share out to the world, commenting below, and I mean when the videos are posted, commenting below, liking, that helps. But what really helps is sharing, telling a friend, somehow getting more people to watch this. We'll keep this series going because I don't know with such low viewing numbers if we can continue it very long, much longer. We're gonna, continue here today for sure, but okay. So we're gonna cancel that. Let's see. Bulgaria got a lot bigger. I don't know. I guess we're gonna come here with you guys. So I don't think I want to send more to select all to North Africa. Where does it show I'm used to Hoi 4? Okay, right up here is fuel. Now fuel isn't oil. We have both oil and we have fuel. Oil is refined into fuel. So that is our current fuel situation, which isn't very good. Not that it should be very good. We're trading for what we can with the Soviet Union. Iran, I just don't know if we want to try to trade all the way around to get it, and basically okay, yeah. British Commissar, they generate a little bit, but not enough to give them a factory that's worth the fuel. We are building a lot of synthetic fuel plants to deal with both fuel and our rubber shortage. So we are working on that as we speak. Now, how are we doing for air control? Okay. Well, let's look at this here. We probably have more fighters than we need here now, though we're still under strength in a lot of units. Let's bring you here and then you up over here. And you can also come here and get up over there. Hopefully that will help with bombers. So Barbarossa's speed and encirclement, yes, absolutely, we too. Yeah, no, I like micromanaging. That's good. Have you played V2 World Ablaze before? Is this just a general? Are you a general Hoi 4 player, or have you been playing World Ablaze? Do I even want to bother with that? Uncharted. No, we have not done the prepare. We're not ready for Barbarossa. They're just talking about Barbarossa. we're having a lot of problems down here. I've got 6 Panzer divisions and a German motorized division, and yeah, the British are rather strong down here. I don't know if they should be so strong, but that's another situation. Oh, you're a team member. Okay. Didn't know we two. Cool. The entire team is here, yeah. Uncharted. Very good, very good. Yeah, I'm still learning this. I am far from, you know, sure that I'm doing the right things. Yeah, we're going to concentrate on trying to build up more oil refineries. So we get those oil refineries, we'll get you repaired. Fighter production. See, we could do... I don't know. Do maybe newer armored cars? What's our armored car production of armored cars? Yeah, let's swap out for that. Ooh, that was a big hit. Wow. I don't know that I would have taken it if I knew it was that big of a hit. Yeah, I know we're talking 4 rad versus 8 rad armored cars. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Navy invade. I could go for another long diatribe, but so I'm not now. I don't think it's good to get Spain into the war. I would personally like to keep Italy out of the war. You know, Italy's just, you know, opening up a new front. That's another problem. Spain, I would see that similarly. Yeah, I know Gibraltar, whatnot, but I don't know. Okay, they're retreating back. These guys are actually pushing fairly effectively at the moment. Well, no, maybe not as effectively as I hope. Yeah, if you Italians would join in some of these attacks, we might do okay. Build some AA guns in encircled areas. I don't know how useful getting AA into a lot of the divisions more than we have would be. I often feel this and things get better, but feel woefully unprepared for Barbarossa. Okay, how many more days? Oh, what do we not have? Oh man, I'm sure that I had divisions assigned to this. Oh, I messed that up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we prepared. Okay, so we have 4 divisions. A few more days to get there, and then we can invade. You guys come up here. You can come via the ships once. I'll just come to Königsberg for the moment. Certain provinces where, for example, have oil refineries. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. I know, build up. Oh, some AA guns. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, the static ones. Yeah, I did build up a few in here, just level 1s mostly, to help with some of that stuff, and I maybe should have done it before the start of the war as opposed to doing it after the start of the war. Might have been a good idea. Okay, you come over to here as well and cover that zone. Okay, how much air power can we hold? 200. Okay, that isn't where our airbase is. Where's our airbase? We have some, I don't know. Where, here we have some, where are they? Oh, here. Boy, looking all around him. Okay. You come down here and bombard there. You come down here and bombard here. And you have, okay, wait, let's see. That was 120, so I need another 80. Let's come down here. And maybe you guys. Yeah, come down here. I don't know. Why does he have 72 command limit? I don't know. On Klutcher? Yeah, that seems rather odd. I don't know. Ask Uncharted or somebody. I don't know why you would. I don't know that they are at below historical levels. We've lost a lot of airplanes. Right now, I want to focus on quit Indian movement. No, not that's what I'm focusing on. I want to focus on trying to. Okay, you're attacking back, so we'll support that. We'll attack here. Hopefully, help that defend better. Orders by task. So I really want to focus on the Mediterranean before going after the Soviet Union. So I don't know, might spies. What are we looking at? Okay, mortar pits or pocket defense. Hey, no. Guerrilla warfare. Yeah, I think this might be better for occupying. I don't know if we should run one of these first, though. I don't know. Let's do that. Pocket defense is great. Okay, we'll see about that when we go over to there. We'll support that attack. That wasn't the plan, though. No. Let's stop that. Let's... Oh, okay, well. Now you're alone attacking there, it looks like. Great, Italians, great. Yeah, it could be a field marshal situation. I don't know. Without Googling it, does anybody know when, basically, I mean, this isn't quite absolute, but basically, when were the field marshals created for National Socialist Germany? I'm not looking for the date, I'm looking for more the occasion. If you know what, what was the occasion? When, why, when, where were the field marshals created? Anybody know? If you played my mod and remember it, you would have the answer, but maybe you don't remember it. Oh, who's... The Dutch are getting uppity. Oh, man. So I should create some occupation divisions. I know I can also play with territories. I don't know what the best choice is. Like for the Netherlands, 24% civilian oversight. Okay, use default civilian over no garrison. Local police force, secret police. I'm not sure. I think we'll keep it civilian oversight and just send in. We'll create some police. What you set up? Oh, the right. We do have some of the Reichskommissariats already set up here for. Do we ever get to annex these territories, Uncharted, or do they always stay occupied? Here. The former German Empire. One of the occasions, the fat boy needed one of his many ego boosts. Close, sort of. He was sort of involved in it. I think it was 1938, reorganization of the army command structure, maybe 39. No, the field marshals were given their batons in Berlin, but after the end of the French campaign and the taking of Paris and all of that stuff, he had a bunch of the generals in, handed out the batons, and created, because it was wartime and Hitler there have been many attempts on Hitler's life. Hitler was worried about assassination. Created Hermann Goering Reichsmarschall, which was officially above all the military, but just below Hitler in ranking in military terms. So there was a field marshal ceremony after the fall of France. If you're worried about views, yeah. I think you need to spend more time playing and sticking to World War II topics. Very possibly. That's why I did a long monologue or dialogue with you guys, not in the middle of a recorded episode. But I'm mainly talking about views not live views, but the videos after it, because that's where things normally go. But no, that is a fair thing to think about. Okay, you guys, if you can drive this way, maybe cut all of them off. I don't know, maybe that's too ambitious of a... You attack. You guys attack there to pin them. Well, I'm talking about the great bulk of them. That's why I said it wasn't absolute. There was 8, 12. Oh boy! And they also created so the Grand Admiral and whatnot at that ceremony. Learn the mod better. Yeah. I don't quite honestly know how... Oh man, we're just being totally sent back here. Quite honestly, Uncharted, I think the view problem is no one knows what World Ablaze is. That's my understanding of the situation. I could be entirely wrong with it. Where they know what black ice is. Close enough. Yes, Hadler wrote about... Yeah, that was sort of the big ceremony. Like I said, it wasn't absolute. It was when the great bulk of them were created. Egypt has way too many divisions. Yes. Well, there's a lot of divisions out here that are... I don't know how they're not dying of starvation, because there's just so many for supply limits down out here in the desert. Don't know. And I, quite honestly, Uncharted, don't know how much people are really interested in how well I play the game. Because I never bill myself as, hey, watch me be the best player out there for any of the games I play. Much more on the idea of, hopefully I'm entertaining while playing it. Let's... We have, yes, we have reasonably good air support. We have a bunch of German. I don't know why these guys are. Oh, I guess this is just where it goes if you're supporting North Africa. We have a bunch of air units there. We've maxed out in Crete. We have some over here. I'm trying not to overtax the supply limits here in North Africa. Well, maybe we could get here and drive into here. And, thank you, Darren. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that play games better than I do, whether it's strategy games or... You know, I call them first-person shooters. Obviously, tank driving isn't a first-person shooter, but you know what I mean. And trust me, it can be very entertaining to watch a YouTuber get beat. Good television doesn't mean that I'm gotta be the conquering hero. You see if you can pin those guys in place. Okay, well, are we ready to launch up here? Yes, let's go. Let's see if we can go. Do we have naval control? Come on. I thought we had naval control. Yeah, we do. Naval supremacy. Where are we launching? What am I doing wrong? Or am I not at war with you guys right now? Is that it? No, I'm at war, yeah. Well, I thought I was. I'm playing too many different Way 4 games. 4 divisions. Okay, there you go. There you go. Good. Your tanks are weak. Yeah, well, currently we're running, I don't know where the best to show it. Yeah, I like for the research. Currently we're running the Panzer 3F and Panzer 4D. I guess we should, when we can now, now that it's January 1941, see about pushing a little further along the road. On some of the better ones there. So I don't know that the Panzers are so weak. Thank you, Yagashura. Yeah, and that's, you know, and there's definitely people that want to go, you know, watch the esports and you know the game better. That's absolutely, I mean, that's not a bad thing to know the game better. That I'm not gonna say that isn't a potential positive. But I don't know that that's why people watch or don't watch. Now my marketing, what I'm like calling the thumbnails, and what I'm titling the video episodes that are put out, that's very important. Trust me, I realize that's very important. But the only way anything ever blows up is if somebody recommends it to somebody else and that gets enough people watching it, that then the YouTube gods, often called algorithms, that's what the YouTube gods are, they're algorithms, go, oh, because they don't know what's really going on, but oh, a bunch of people like this must be good. So yeah, we'll go with the L model. So we'll recommend it to somebody else. And so when you like a video, and all these have specified what game it is, Hearts of Iron 4, you like a Hearts of Iron 4 video, then YouTube will go, oh, you liked a Hearts of Iron 4 video. Well, here's other Hearts of Iron videos, Hearts of Iron 4 videos, you might also like. And so it will recommend that to you, and then if you click on one of those and then like that, it'll recommend more and more and more that type of content. Sometimes it'll focus on who the YouTuber is. Sometimes it's just focusing on what the game is. It's all a mystery to us because they won't tell us. And I even follow Creator Insiders, which is a channel that is specifically made by YouTube about being a creator. And they don't tell us the details of this stuff there. Gameplay review sort of things, historical discussions. Very good, Beam Slam. I've got to go. Definitely learned a few important things from you didn't know. Very good, Darren. You have a good day. Thank you, Arno. Arno is a great moderator. Harry's good too if he's still around, but Arno is great. Yeah, I know we're low on equipment and whatnot, and maybe we should fall back, but I want victory now! Now, not later. You're wanting to invade, I don't know what, up here. Yeah, cool, Ari. You're good. You're a good moderator, trust me. You are good. Okay, you guys all spread out instead of sitting in one spot, being over to there. Overeating supplies there.
Ausrücken! Zuhören! Ausrücken! 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 Zuhören! Ausrücken!
Okay, you guys in medals on one province? Yes, okay. So let's go. No, not all of you. Okay, let's...
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
There we go.
Befehle.
Now we have two Folsom Jaeger divisions. Let's put them under a corps. No, not Castlereagh. There's student. Oh, what could we got some command points. Do we want to? Paratrooper. Naval Igniter planes. Yeah, Yeah, we'll spend the... Can we make you a paratrooper? Because, hey, that's what you were, a paratrooper. Okay, we'll put you under the Panzer Commander. We'll put you on trains to come down to here. Because, yeah, because we may come over here and try to, like, jump into Cyprus. That's one of my things, is paratroop into Cyprus. Would always be priority. Okay, what was... I've got 1-2 losses on Japanese in my Chinese game so far. Okay. Now.
Ihre Befehle?
I don't know. Let's see. Can we get more oil coming in without too much of a cost? No. Okay, from that now we are cranking through more of these. Very good. More synthetic plants. At least it's 50 days and not 30 days. Let's look at research. Okay, we're going, now that we're in 41, okay, we have that. Do we? Oh, 500 days. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, it's 43. Yeah, that's ridiculously far ahead. Seeing it's going to be one more year in front. We'll switch over and build some of this other stuff now. Resource gain efficiency. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do next. Coal liquidization. Okay, that will help us out with more oil. Okay, that will help us out. Expand the research center. I don't know the, at least not by this name, the Kumandov's Research Center. Just don't know of it. Permit foreign SS recruitment, 28 days. How many days? 70 days for that. Prepare Barbarossa. 7 days. Okay, we don't need that yet. Bases in France. Atlantic Wall. Not a lot of good national focuses here, that's for sure. Re-establish Jaeger training, okay. I think that's new from what was earlier, I think. Mountaineers Technologies. Okay, so this doesn't create Jaegers. This is just a research bonus for Gebirgsjägers, which are different things. Because Germany had a whole series of divisions that were Jaeger divisions, sort of elite light infantry divisions that were actually rather good, and particularly good in rough terrain. But they weren't quite as elite as going through as much training as the Gebirgsjägers. I'm butchering that Germans, I know, but rocketry improved enigma. That's not bad. We could do that to get some tires. 21 days. 21 days. Or did we do this? Just add another research slot? No. Yeah, let's do this, and we can maybe plow through and get tigers. Please do naval bases. I don't know if I'm not focusing very much at all on naval things this playthrough, but this should resource gain efficiency, and since oil is a resource, that should help. get us. Okay, we've gotten almost double the time before we run out of fuel at this rate. Okay, so we're gonna let these guys get equipment supplies. I think we're still in the green for reserves, but we've been using up a lot of the stuff. Well, not fighters, yeah. But fighters are being limited by the lack of rubber which they use. I think they are, yeah. Okay, Tobruk has just fallen. I know they're bringing in another division, but that's just going to get beat. You're attacking down there, so what we're going to do is support that attack. I know we were just trying to reorganize things up a bit better. Looks like you guys won. Very good. Since you won, let's get you going. Back up into there. Oh, we're at Seagon. We'll look at that, but I also forgot we landed here. I just forgot about this. That's a problem. You're not supposed to forget about these things. They're supposed to be happening fast and furious so that you come in and kick butt. Okay, war at sea. Fair. We lost a sub. We sunk a convoy. Lost 2 subs. Like I say, fair. Down here, I think these are mostly air attacks. Our 3 subs took out a convoy over here in the central Mediterranean. Come on, take Oslo. Then we'll rush in more divisions. Come on, Deedle, you can do it. How many subs do I have? Fair number, but not huge. Huge numbers. I guess we got a bunch here. Are these the ones out at sea now? No, they don't have a commander. Okay, well, let's see if we throw them into a new just add a new commander here. Okay, no good options, never mind. Yeah, we use the oil. Okay, convoy right down to there. There you go. Well, since you're attacking, we'll support your attack. Or is that just me attacking here? No, you're attacking as well. But I need to make sure this is okay. There we go. We've got Oslo. Very good. Now, the rest of Deedle's forces that are here, you come up to there immediately, and you can also join Deedle's command and come up to here, and you can push to there. Oh, we have to wait. The AI is doing stupid stuff, so kill the AI. No, you stay here. Naval menu. Not sure which one you're talking about here. It's quite honestly, I don't play the naval a lot in this. And then we just set some fleets out and tell them to do stuff. Oh, you mean up here? Okay, here, yes. All right, here. Okay. There you go. You can see what we're doing.
Vorrücken!
I try to be good to let my units recoup. I try. Okay, good now.
Befehle!
Okay. You start marching up this way.
Bereit!
You start marching up this way.
Angetreten!
I know you're not fully ready, but you attack here. Once that attack starts, you guys support it. I'll see if we can cut these guys off.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
You march down around, visit Toyjet.
Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
And we have more on the way, don't we? Don't we? Yes, here. 4 more mountain divisions.
Angetreten! Achtung!
What am I doing? Just come here. Just come here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
I think that's Deedle there. No, that's not Deedle. Where's Deedle? Deedle is purple. Okay. Deedle is purple.
Zuhören! Angetreten!
Okay,
Angetreten!
mountain divisions, you go here.
Achtung!
You see if you can cut them off.
Befehle! Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Achtung!
Yeah, you have some extreme mountain climbing up that way. Continue up to Lilyhammer. We'll cross down to Trondheim through the mountains.
Befehle!
You come, well, maybe a little easier route.
Angetreten! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
What trait can we do? Guerrilla Fighter, Desert Fox. Nothing I want to give you now. Yeah, bomb them, bomb them, bomb them, boom.
Bereit
Well,
zum
again,
Ausrücken!
since they're attacking, we're joining in. Might as well try to coordinate our success. Now, how are we doing on rubber's the main culprit, but we're getting better with that. Let's see here. Where are our fighters? There, okay. Let's throw on another bunch of meals.
Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit! Angetreten!
Okay, they're taken out. Good.
Befehle!
Now
Ausrücken!
just come this way.
Achtung!
You come this way. Towards Bergen.
Weiter, weiter!
What we can do here is move you to here and then put you out here going after ships. And yeah, the same with you to actually no, let you go to here. I like that Batman. There. Try to get air control over anything over there. Britain, okay, now my paratroopers have made it down here, so let's go by sea to there.
Angetreten!
Now come to here, I think. Okay, we got the
Befehle! Angetreten!
cavalry division coming down, pushing in between our units.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
There we go. Right out, take southern Norway. Okay, we are eating up tanks, so we have a reserve big enough for all that. So I think let's see, can we just... Get those expanding. Now we need more tungsten. That I think we can trade for. In Portugal.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Befehle!
There we go. guys haven't already, those watching either on YouTube or Twitch now, you can hit the follow or subscribe button as for the different service. Casualties, yeah, that's another thing I know we don't pay much attention to. Is that over here? No. Or yeah, no, I don't think so. Wars, here we are, yes, okay. Current wars now, world tension. Entry, where is it? Isn't it here? Data? No. I'm just quite honestly, I'm never worried about these things, so I don't normally check them. Wars. Okay, yeah, here and yeah, here we go. Okay, so we've had 260,000 casualties. Britain's had a lot. Not quite as much in this war. Whatever, where's from France? I guess Free France equals France, so they have 400,000. Greece, 160,000. Hungary, 40,000. Well, that was mostly other fighting. So we can see that Italy has had not as many, but they haven't been doing a lot of fighting like in France and whatnot. Okay, you have taken that. You're going to march to there. You're marching around to there. You're there. You're there. You guys keep going. These guys will follow up into here and here. Yeah, maybe we should move some air power up there. That would be a good option. We still have more bombers back here now. Those are fighters. More fighters. There we go. Come up to here. And of course, upper right there. Okay. Heavy tanks will be much easier to research now. Bases in France, effect. Okay, that's for Barbarossa when we want or need it. I'm thinking about going another research slot. Yeah, we'll do that. Recommend you core. I'm not sure. Are you talking about here? That's naval bases. Sets up a BICE commissariat in France. Atlantic Wall, yes, that is a good idea, but where is it here? Yeah, and that's getting down here. Okay, this is 70 days. That's sort of what's keeping me. Towards the end of 41, when the Americans come in, that's when maybe we'll start doing the Atlantic Wall stuff. Okay, I think we're going to end the episode, not the live stream, just the episode. So those watching on YouTube later, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Okay, yeah, we'll make one more episode here. But just save it, just in case something goes wrong. And yeah, so far, Uncharted's work to save this series has worked out well, and we have not had any crashes or anything. No improved national spirit. Oh yes, we have been neglecting some of this, haven't we here? Well, maybe we just want to do weekly war support. Do that. Let's go, we can go to extensive conscription. There we go, that will help get more manpower. Yeah, that's true, Arno, you're not wrong on that. I guess to a point I'm just focused down here, waiting for these guys to get up to strength. Supplies sent out to them. Okay. Not too far away. That's too far away. Look this. Okay, that's our paragraph source. This is where. Not a valid drop. Okay, I don't know if we just don't have enough. I don't know if we don't have enough planes to do that. Or is it just out of range? Yeah, it's just not letting me do it anywhere, even with one division. So it's only letting me paradrop onto an airbase? Huh? I don't get this. I just missed something here? I know I've done paradrops that are just... Give it the source here. Oh, I don't have any transport planes down there. That's right. Oh, that's right. Oh boy, yes, yes. Okay, let's form, let's see how many we can set up here. Boy, it's been a while since I've done a paradrop, as you can tell. I want to start another episode, but let's... let's get our transports. We should have, those are the... Thought we had some. Thought I had some in building, or do we just... What? Okay, let's... Have I messed this up and not had... Yeah, there... Okay, here's the problem. Oh, none have been in production. I have them here, but none have been in production. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I know there are a few here already. We'll see if they're enough. Okay, you guys come down here. We'll see if those 4 are enough. Okay, get you into proper production there, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, it happens. I've been up all night. Okay, let's make one more episode here. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here, and we're going to play some World Ablaze. It's a rather good historically based mod for Hearts of Iron 4, and we're playing, of course, as Germany, so we'll see how all this goes. We are having a hard time in North Africa. Rommel has not brought us unfailing victory. The Fuhrer is displeased. None have been captured. Arno. Okay, how are we doing? You're attacking there. You march up and attack there. You cut them off there. You keep coming up this way. You come up. I'll breathe. Now I want to come this way. Take that. You keep marching down to here, to Bergen. You're going to Bergen. You're coming to there. Okay. No, what? Yeah, they're out there operating. Good.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
There we go. Good. Now let's see if we can get these two. There we go. Now let's trash that. Let's go right into there. There we go. Let's see if that works. That may upset the British a little bit. Make them a little worried.
Achtung!
Let's bring you guys. Where is the Panzer divisions I sent up here a while ago? Well, no, actually, let's grab these Panzer divisions. Let's form another command. Who do we want to send down there? Where's Von Thoman when you need him?
Ausrücken! Zuhören!
See if this goes, or we have a miserable failure here. Okay, very good. That worked. Yay, 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 yay. Just get rid of all plans. We just don't trust you.
Angetreten! Zuhören! Zuhören!
Okay. Current plan is once those two Panzer divisions And 2 motorized divisions get off their trains down here in Athens. We're going to send them to Cyprus, and then from Cyprus we're going to see about invading somewhere back here. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. I know these are all important and everything, but we're now in 41, so we want to wrap up that and group up that.
Befehle!
Come back to the airport now that you've got that. Okay, well, could you put a lot of divisions right into here and then we do a pincer maybe? Would you allow me to do that?
Achtung! Ihre Befehle!
And well, you're a little too big of a unit. Okay. These are fighters. Okay, well, no, I don't want that big of a unit. I want about 80 planes. Yeah, there we go. Come over here.
Achtung!
And we're going to come over here and production efficiency cap plus 10%. Try and strike bomb Britain, it can't hurt. Well, it could cost me a bunch of airplanes, so it could hurt. Now, I think I'm going to focus my fighters are right now defensively, hopefully dealing with this pretty well. And my offensive bombing situation is going to happen down here, I think. I think that's what's going to happen.
Bereit!
Wow, they've got a lot of divisions here. Okay, well, let's see if we strategically bomb here.
Bereit
What
zum
if
Ausrücken!
we were to do a parachute from here to here? No, cancel that. Wait until we get our... Well, they're here. Okay, they're here. So let's set this up. Okay, I'm going to save this just because this may be a really stupid idea and I don't want to lose my 2 paratrooper divisions. Hey, we've already got Greece. Hello, anime fan. How you doing? We've taken Greece out. That's happened. Okay, so we're going to look at these guys here. Let's do parachute from here to here. Okay, we've landed. This, like I say, may be a really bad idea. That's why I saved it. Before that, because if this isn't going to work out,
Auf geht's!
I'm going to go back to the save. This isn't going to work out.
Befehle?
Okay, we're going back to the save. Load game. Yeah, I think more of a Syria type plan is better. That was my original thought. Yeah, Uzo.
Bereit?
Okay, so I wanted to come here and cut these guys off, but they do also have Tobruk. If I did it before they had Tobruk, it might have been a good thing. Yeah, well, let's try straight into here. Let's see if this works. Uh-oh, another division
Auf
here.
geht's!
Well, this one may work, because this one may be a much weaker division. South African. Let's come up here, continue our push into here. What do we have to do? Take out Narvik now or something?
Ihre Befehle?
You come back. You come there, come back.
Bereit zum
You
Ausrücken!
support that attack.
Angetreten!
You guys just mark up this way.
Angetreten! Ausrücken! Achtung! Zuhören! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
There we go. I think we've got this. Yes, very good. Okay. We're
Angetreten!
going to kill this battle plan. And we're going to
Befehle?
bring in Papa Hoff Corps, basically.
Bereit!
He has air superiority. No, not these guys. Okay, you.
Befehle? Befehle?
Well, you're a lot weaker there now. What are you doing? Sending reinforcements back that way? That would be
Achtung!
smart of you, but no, you wouldn't be that smart, would you? Oh, good. We're here. Yay, we're here. Okay.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Zuhören! 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 Achtung!
When is Barbarossa? I don't know. Maybe 42 because we're tight. We've using most of our panzers are down here, so we do not have enough panzers to do Barbarossa now. So the only panzers we have are these 6 up here. And so yeah, Barbarossa does not look good at the moment because we got 8 panzer divisions down here, and we don't have enough panzer divisions. We should let's add a couple. Let's add 3 more. So yeah, we're not prepared to. Ooh, we need a lot more oil, don't we? Okay. Oil. Soviet Union, give us more oil. No. Okay. How are we doing on? Okay. Well, we're building some more factories. Yep, we need more factories building oil. Synthetic oil. And move fast. If you keep encirclements, keep pushing them, plan, overwhelm them. If you can't support the front as long as careful, there's nothing you can do. Works really well against players as well. Very good to know, we too. Only need about 8 to kill Russia if you're fast enough. Okay, well, we almost have that. Request land links and decline. I don't need 2 cannons. So maybe that's a good idea to do it now. I don't know.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Okay, they're pushing into here. Oh, that isn't what I want to see. Maybe we can cut that off. Maybe you can support that attack. Maybe we can pocket some of these guys here. These divisions, at least. Yeah, here's a Jupiter service enemy. Okay, well that ain't good. Okay, well, we've got a pocket now. What do you know? What do you know? Okay, let's get... And you two can support that attack. I think they're sending a bunch of forces back here to deal with me. That's what I think they're doing. Take a tour of the desert. Okay, we should send in something more. Come down here. ITDs as well. Martyrs are quite good. Yes, okay. Yeah, if we can take out Suez, that would be useful. Then I can trade with oil with Iran and whatnot. Oh, you're retreating already? Ooh, yep, so they brought large forces back here already. Okay. That was awfully fast through the desert.
Achtung! Angetreten. Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Yeah, I should have prepared
Befehle?
these guys to be in port, ready to come down too. Okay, you guys stop. We dealt with that pocket. Well, deal with this pocket here. Oh, no, they've no longer pocketed.
Ihre Befehle?
Oh, no. Well, somebody may get... Oh, student falls ill. Uh-oh. Sick for 30 days and... Excavation! Yay! More fuel and whatnot. Okay. Ooh, 300. No, I'll take a year. No, thank you. Okay, let's improve 109s, I think.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle? Bereit! Ausrücken!
You fall back to there. Keep from being cut off. Okay.
Bereit?
17 divisions. Come to the port. There we go. Italy demands Vichy territory. They can have the Savoy. No, it's probably... We'll give them Savoy. That way they get a little more territory.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Uh-oh, we just got overrun.
Achtung!
That is not good. That is not good. You guys start marching back this way. Come on, come on. We may have to go back to the save. Well, the other one was faster to get, and that was sort of my criteria. Okay, here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
You come to here. We want you to take Tobruk.
Ihre Befehle!
Because if we can take...
Bereit zum
Tobruk.
Ausrücken!
And cut all these guys off. Okay, well... I don't know. This needs a rethinking. Okay, guys, I messed this whole thing up here. They got way back here a lot faster than I thought they would with infantry divisions through the desert. Yeah. Corsica more Italian than French. Well, Alejandro, I don't know about that. Today, I don't think it's the case. I think it's more French than Italian. In 1800, probably more Italian than French. But I don't know exactly what, at least that's my estimation, and I could be wrong, but it's sort of overtime. I think we're going to end this episode here. I know it's sort of on a bit of a failure, but if we're coming back again, for those of you watching who want to see this series continue, I'd like to play it, but we need better viewing numbers. Yeah, part of the viewing numbers are, well, are up to me, and that am I doing a good enough job for you to want to watch, one, and two, to recommend the video to somebody else on a social media, wander around your neighborhood. I don't know if you want to knock on people's doors now, but you could slip flyers under people's doors, or I don't know, put up a big sign up somewhere. Watch Gamer's YouTube channel, Gamer1745 underscore YouTube channel, or links to these specific videos. If you want to see this series continue, please get the word out about this series. I think this, because just on straight numbers, I know Black Ice would be doing double the viewing audience this is currently doing. So yeah, part of it's up to me, but if you want to see World Ablaze continued, I like it. I think it's a very good mod, especially considering it's mostly one guy doing it. I understand Uncharted, very good guy. Yeah, we need to get the word out, and if you get the word out, then YouTube recommends it to more and more people. So please, if you want to see this or any of the other series, the more you like the videos, the more you comment below the videos. In not so much the live streams. I mean, it's great well, I do the live streams because I want to interact with you, but talking about you who are watching it later, it's actually normally a lot larger numbers. Comment below the videos, share the videos out, all of that really helps things. So please do so if you want to see this, or like I say, another series here continues. So thank you all for watching. Okay guys, yeah, I think I'm going to take a break here. I really appreciate it. You want me to keep going? Hello. Jackal Park? Parkour? Yeah. No, I'm going to take a break. Getting a bit tired. Starting to not think as clearly as I should. Breaks are for the weak. What are you, Lum now, Arno? And so I will be streaming tomorrow starting 8 a.m. my time. War Thunder, you're all invited to come and join us. Even if you're just starting out, we'll play a few matches with BR1 tanks. Yes, Dutch Lum. Jackal's fine. Lurking, might take a break if you need. Yeah, I've just been up all night and want to eat something, maybe get some sleep. So yeah, be back tomorrow. We'll probably be streaming something again. It's this series. Quite honestly, the viewing numbers are not good. I like the mod. The numbers aren't good. The co-ops numbers are half as good, so they're terrible. And so if you want to watch that, I don't know, we'll probably make one more live session this Friday, but I don't know if we're going to continue that or if we'll just play other games. But I've been having fun with the co-op. I think listening to us is comedy gold, but I don't know, argue about things and what to do. But yeah, maybe people don't like that. So Thursday and Friday, I'll be streaming for Slitherine. Thursday, I believe, is Order of Battle, and the other is Armored Brigade, or it's switched Thursday and Friday. Well, yeah, World Ablaze is probably my favorite. Well, very good series here. Well, thank you. I'm Viking. I know these things. Okay. So yeah, so that's just the current plans, and of course I am continuing the Hearts of Iron 3 series with 10.33, and some more episodes on that should be coming out. Hopefully Monday, if not Monday, Tuesday. They should be out, so we'll be continuing those as well. And you don't know how much I really appreciate all of you here. I really do. I thank you all just coming and hanging out with me. It's fun. I enjoy it. So have a good day, morning, evening, whatever it is for you.